part where people can't look at us.
Yeah, realistically, I could just be sat here doing like literally anything and no one would know.
Yeah. You're not wrong. Way too long.
What the longest 60 seconds ever?
It's funny because we're doing shows whenever we fucking want now, apparently.
Yeah, man.
Jumping in on a random Wednesday. How you
I'm
been?
sure. I mean, it was going to be Monday, but then
Yeah, well, life happens.
Life happened.
It does. I mean, honestly, I run on such a tight schedule these days. Like, you know, I'm not trying to sound like big bollocks, like important or anything. But I mean, like, everyone is important to their own immediate family. Do you know what I mean? And my schedule at the moment almost allows for no time for much. But yeah, how you been?
That's fair. Good. I had a few days off work this week. That was nice and chill. I've got a few days off next week as well. Before the end of March, I'm supposed to have a week off, but I'll have to talk to them and sort that out.
Yeah. How's work been? How's it been treating you?
It's work, isn't it? Just fucking shit.
It is. We'd much rather be here talking
Exactly.
about Star Wars. Absolutely. Got a number of topics today. I mean, we pulled them out of our ass about an hour ago, but
look, some of the best things are improvised.
Oh well, that is the Hollow Nut podcast in a nutshell.
Nothing's ever truly planned.
Yeah, I'll pull up the first topic. We'll talk about MAUL Shadow Lord. Trailer, we both enjoyed it. What was your thoughts?
As someone who has been very open about the fact that they're sick to death of the prequel era and they're sick to death of Clone Wars characters and shit, fuck me, I'm excited for this show. Looks fucking awesome. It looks really good. I was very, very impressed. I've been excited for it since they announced it because just little 10-year-old me is just finally happy that Darth Maul is getting his own solo project. But the trailer itself as well, I was just like, yeah, all right, that's fucking badass. This looks great. Let's do this.
Yeah. Well, Darth Maul getting his own show and Sam Witwer getting to be the main character again for the first time since The Force Unleashed. Like, Sam's just the best, man. And, you know, the fact
not only that,
to lead his own show.
Speaking of The Force Unleashed, David Collins is in it as well. So we've got Sam and David playing characters opposite each other again for the first time since The Force Unleashed. It's great.
I fucking love Dave Collins, man. The guy's a genius. So humble as well.
Much like Sam.
Yeah. The animation. Something I noticed initially in the leaked trailers from Celebration. I noticed straight away that the animation is not quite Clone Wars Bad Batch animation. And it's not quite
Clone Wars Bad Batch, but it's been tweaked.
Yeah.
It looks grimier.
It does. It does. Everything looks like it's with like chalk almost, the colours. And it's less blocky. So like the noses and chins of characters aren't square anymore. It's more rounded. I feel like they've kind of gone for a blend between the Rebels and Clone Wars animations to bridge that gap between the end of Maul's story and where we saw him in Clone Wars Season 7.
I think it's interesting as well because when they brought Darth Maul back for the Clone Wars, they upgraded the animation then as well. Because obviously he's a character with, one, he's a lot more expressive because he's pissed off all the time.
Yeah.
But also he's got the tattoos and stuff like that. So they upgraded the animation slightly for it to come across better.
Yeah, and I remember them saying, go on, sorry.
And then they're doing it again, but probably not for the same reason. It's probably just because they wanted a more, like a different art style. But it's just, it looks grittier, and I like that.
Yeah. It left me wondering if you text me and said about MAUL's lightsaber looking unstable. I wonder if that's just an art choice at this point.
I was going to say, which admittedly not the biggest fan of that. It's a small thing, I know, but MAUL's lightsaber isn't unstable.
No.
So why have they made it look like it's a weird fucking choice?
Yeah, I guess it's like in Visions when like the lightsabers are like katana sort of shaped.
Yeah, I guess.
Like a stylized sort of like creative choice.
Small details with lightsabers always bug the shit out. Like there's an I think it's the Crow Inquisitor, which the Funko Pop that's being released of him. He's literally called the Crow or Crow Mask or something. So once again, he's had a name change. Wonderful. His lightsaber in Tales of the Crow Inquisitor with the guy who looks like Khonshu from Moon Knight. The Funko Pop got announced of him, and the pop is literally called like the Crow or Crow Mask or something. So once again, his name has been fucking changed. They can't agree on what he's called, but
Crow Mask.
His lightsaber in Tales of the Jedi just sounds like Kylo Ren's, and it bugs the shit out of me.
Crow
it shouldn't
Mask
sound like Kylo Ren's.
Crow Mask is a weird choice, I must say.
It's really not the best. Like, he's such a cool. I'll be really disappointed if this show, if like they're in it for 2 seconds and Maul just kills, because we know that Maul kills Marok. We've seen it.
Yeah.
Do something else with that. Like you've gotten fan complaints of how wasted these characters were, so do something with them.
Well, he can't kill Crow Mask because Ahsoka does.
But he can, because when Crow Mask gets his head cut off in Tales of the Jedi,
he deflates.
I mean, you could make the argument that the head gets severed and the head falls out of it. It's like Django's head, how it flies out of the helmet on Geonosis, which, by the way, is hilarious. But maybe by the time, but if he was, I don't know, if he was under Night Sister magic, would he still be searching for Jedi like Ahsoka under the Emperor? Probably not.
Well, if that's Night Sister magic, he would have released the Ichor like Marok did in Ahsoka. That was a different. So it was similar, but it was different, wasn't it? Maybe it's like a Darth Moment situation. Maybe it's like a spirit that haunts the mask. That could be really cool, but you need to give that time to develop that story. But who knows if they will?
It is a really cool design.
Yeah, it is.
We'll have to see what they do with him. I'm
not big on the name.
Crow face.
The Twi'lek. She has a name, and it's slipping my mind. What's her?
It has now slipped my mind. It's slipped my mind as well. Shit.
Always prepared on the HoloNet podcast.
Always prepared. I'll
just Google it. I'll Google it. Twi'lek in MAUL Shadow Lord. Yeah, you got to tell me your name though.
Not so because they've released her name. It's not like a leak. They've officially said what it is. Devon.
Devon Azara. My question is she going to be Talon? Is she not? It's looking to me like she's going to be Talon.
She's going to be Darth Talon in name only. Character-wise, she's not going to be Darth Talon.
Well, she shouldn't be yet. In all honesty, she shouldn't be that yet. Because obviously the Darth Talon that we know in Legacy is a much older Talon under Crate. So, I mean, she would be different now.
But I just think that there's going to be a scene where Maul crowns her as Darth Talon, and it's going to be really cringy because she's not Darth Talon, and it's just stuff like that. It just looks like thin. It's like whenever like an MCU movie references a comic book, because they know that people who haven't read the comics are going to go, "Oh my god, they're following the comics." It's accurate. They're not. It's a thinly veiled attempt to make you clap like a seal, and it works.
There is that, and I understand what you're saying. I think we differ on opinion here because obviously if this is Talon, if Devon is Talon, there is, she shouldn't be at that stage yet anyway. So this would be like the development process into her becoming what we know Talon becomes in Legends. I guess it would be an explanation as to why she chooses the markings that she chooses and stuff like that. If they're obviously tattoos in canon, if this is Talon.
Yeah.
If she's under MAUL first. Another question that I have for you is, do you think that this is a one and done, or do you think this is a season 1?
I think for now it might only be a season 1. But I also think that they probably have plans for a season 2, but they're gonna see what the reception of season 1 is like first before they do anything. I think if it does progress past 1 season, I think it will be 2 seasons at most. I don't think this is a concept that you can stretch beyond 2 seasons.
No, I agree with you. I do think, though, that it needs another season at least, because if you're going to tell the story going right up to Malachor, you have to give it time, because he has to first take control of Crimson Dawn, and then it has to show us how he falls from grace into like a disheveled old master on Malachor. So that takes time. You can't do that.
MAUL losing his way and going slightly insane on another planet is just another day of the week for him. It's happened before.
Yeah, I guess.
It's an average Tuesday for Darth Maul.
But still, in Solo, he's pretty much on a fucking throne of power. Do you know what I mean? It's a hell of a fall.
We're never going to get a follow-up to that. We're never going to get a true follow-up to that.
Well,
because I don't think Shadow Lord is going to fill that gap in.
Certainly not now with Ray Park.
Yeah,
it's bad, but the guy's clearly in a bad place in his life at the minute, and he has been for a while. I'm not on social media anymore, but I remember seeing some posts when I was back on social media, and this was a while ago, and he was in a bad place then. I guess these demons just keep reoccurring in his life, and it's a real shame, because we've heard a lot of fans talk about meeting him at conventions and stuff, and apparently he's like got all the time in the world for fans. He's like the nicest guy and stuff like that. So obviously things that he's done here are not nice things to do. There's no excuse for it, but nobody's perfect.
There's the discussion that you have to bring up of how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Like the shit that he has done more than once, despite being told and being like kind of being held accountable for it.
Yeah.
But it keeps happening. It gets to a point where it's like, okay, I get that you're clearly mentally not well, but at this point, like, what are you doing, man? Like, I've kind of, my issues with Ray Park began before this, because I don't know if he still is, so I could be wrong here. He was a partner of a saber company called DX Sabers,
right?
And they are well regarded as the worst, scummiest, like, scam saber company. And he was affiliated with them. It's like, did you not vet these people before they paid you to be an affiliate for them?
Yeah,
Clearly not.
Did. Yeah. See, I mean, that's a shitty thing to do anyway. But then the stuff with his wife or ex-wife or whatever, and more specifically the rant on his son. I don't know if you saw this.
Yeah, but it's really fucking sad, man.
Yeah, it is. It's upsetting in a lot of ways, because you can point the finger of blame all you want, but at the end of the day, nobody is perfect, and people deal with shit differently, and that whole situation's just a mess, and hopefully things can be better in the future. I
hope he gets help, and I hope he gets better. But at the same time, regardless, I just don't think I can look at him the same way. Like for what he did, one time is already enough. He's done it multiple times now, and it's like, dude, it's the kind of thing where you have to question where, okay, you are mentally ill, clearly, but are you also a complete prick? Because that's where it started. It's like, you're mentally unwell, but you're also clearly not a good dude underneath.
Yeah.
There's a line there.
Can't argue with that, bro. Any final thoughts on the Shadow Lord trailer?
That lightsaber throw at the end was peak as fuck. It was fucking awesome. Like, I watched it. I think I just got home from work and you sent me the trailer, and I was watching it and I was just like, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just watch all of that again a couple more times. Just like it finished and I went rewind.
Yeah,
well,
it
looks really
right
good
at the same time as the Master of the Universe trailer, and I saw the Masters trailer pop up, and I was like, "Shit!" Like I've been waiting for that for a long time, but I had to get to the MAUL trailer first. So I think I watched it like 3 times before I jumped over to the Masters trailer. But
I know very little about. I know all I know about Masters of the Universe is all the memes of Skeletor. Like him running, until we meet again. I know about all of those.
Well, that's
but I haven't seen the trailer for the new one. It was before my time, but my uncle was a massive Masters of the Universe fan growing up.
Yeah,
so he knows all about it.
You should give it some time. Certainly the early 2000s cartoon show, which really takes the lore seriously and stuff like that. It's really good. I was going to say before we go on.
Hasn't there been a Masters of the Universe movie before? Like an old one?
Yeah, an 80s movie. It's really good as well. It's a classic. It's like a guilty pleasure sort of movie. It's got a ton of heart.
We're going to have to go off on a quick tangent. What is your ultimate guilty pleasure movie?
You know, it's funny that you should ask this, right? Because I was just about to change the topic, and I was going to say, that's the most on topic we've ever stayed. And now we're just wildly coming off it. Okay,
we don't stay on topic here.
Big guilty pleasure movie. Oh my god, bro, I'm unprepared to answer this question.
So many.
I mean, Master of the Universe is one of them. Certainly.
That's got. But if you had to pick one that is just above all the rest, like it is bad, but you love it so much.
I'm gonna assume that you've got an answer to this question already. Hit me with yours and give me some time.
Mine is easily, without a doubt, Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. I fucking love that film, despite how ridiculously stupid and over the top it is. It's so bad. But even a film like Dream Child, which isn't as comedic as Part 6, I don't care. Freddy's Dead is just that bad. Like everyone else usually puts it at the bottom of their ranking. Freddy's Dead is like one of the best ones, I think, because of how bad it is.
That franchise fell off so hard after the second movie, didn't it? But I mean, there's still gold.
Whoa! Hang on, wait! Now we're having a debate. What about Part 3? Overrated, but still good.
I don't like it as much as the first two.
Ooh, see, I think obviously the first one, fucking peak, amazing. I think the second one's really boring. All of the gay stuff in Part 2 is great. All of the gay stuff in Part 2 is brilliant. But I think Part 2 has the scariest Freddy. He ain't fucking around in that one. Like he's on point. And there's some good stuff like
Bro, it haunted me when I was a kid, man. When he's talking to Jesse and asking him to kill for him. Yeah,
or when he takes the hat off and he rips his brain out. That's great. Pool party scene, overrated in my opinion, because Freddy shouldn't be running around in the real world. It defeats the purpose of it. It shouldn't be like that. But also,
that's a good point, actually. Never thought
it does have that great scene where the guy's like, let me help you, and he just goes, help yourself, fucker, and he just kills him and throws him. That's all good. But 3 I think is great, even though it's overrated as fuck. 4 shit, 5 shit, 6 shit, but I love it anyway. New Nightmare, the best sequel. New Nightmare is very slept on.
New Nightmare is an amazing film, and the idea of it is so original. I thought that's where they was going to go with the Stranger Things stuff in the most recent series, but I digress.
Yeah, and then we got Scream because of that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough talking about Freddy Krueger on a Star Wars podcast.
Yeah. I do have a guilty pleasure real quick, though. Fifth Element, if that counts.
Oh, yeah, that counts.
Yeah. Fucking amazing movie. That is like right down my alley. is that movie. It's like everything that I want from a film.
As it should be.
Let's talk about The Acolyte and some stuff that's come up recently in a new book that came out. I don't know if you heard about all this, but the ideas for what would have been The Acolyte Season 2 have been revealed.
Oh, do tell. I do not know.
Damn, this is cool then. We get to do this live. Okay, so I don't have the book at hand, but apparently in this book, Leslie Headland actually talks about the potential of Season 2. Maybe it was still on the cards when this book was made. I don't know. Probably, yeah. So basically, her idea of Chimera, the stranger, was that he believed himself to be a Sith. He believed himself to be the person that was restarting the Sith legacy, because he thought that they was extinct the same way that the Jedi did. So Plagueis is actually watching him as like, who the fuck is this guy tapping into the dark side? He's a pretender. So
wait, hold on. So this means that essentially, unless this is already canon, Acolyte Season 2 would have fucking properly made the end of Path of Destruction canon on Rusan with the thought bomb and all that.
Possibly. Very possible. I mean, I think that makes total sense. There's more, though. There's more. So, when he says that he didn't have a name, that name would go on to be Ren. He would have been we
know.
Yeah, he'd have started the Knights of Ren to oppose Plagueis's Sith order. Because yeah, I mean, I have the visual dictionary for the Acolyte, and it says there that the stranger may have been a pretender to the Sith legacy, unbeknownst to him. Turns out in Leslie's head, that's where she was going with it. He was a pretender. Although he didn't know it, he thought he was restarting the Sith legacy. So when he says to Saul, like, a Jedi like you might call me Sith, he believes that. He believes he is a Sith.
Yeah.
Plagueis is out there keeping a close eye on him, thinking, you ain't no Sith, boy.
See, this is what I said to people as well, because everyone was like, oh no, he was actually the first Knight of Ren. He wasn't a Sith. And I was like, he wouldn't sit there and tell a Jedi, he wouldn't use the word Sith if he wasn't trying to imply that he's a fucking Sith. It's like when Book of Boba Fett ended and Cad Bane got stabbed with the gaffy stick, and everyone was going, what the fuck, they've killed Cad Bane. I was like, bro, they wouldn't include that extra shot of Cad lying on the floor with his thing beeping if it wasn't significant. He's still alive. Like, they're just waiting to use him in something else.
Yeah, that fucking thing was probably
things like this are deliberate.
Yeah, they are. Nothing is by accident. In an industry where every fucking frame costs money and takes effort, nothing is by accident.
And planning, and stuff like this is planned out. This is what I feel like a lot of people who watch stuff like this don't get. Stuff like this, they sit around, they write it, they discuss it, they plan it, they shoot it.
Yeah,
it's not left up to chance. Sometimes stuff is filmed and they have no fucking idea where it's going. Cough, cough, Stranger Things Season 5.
Yes.
But, like, 9 times out of 10, for a reason.
Yeah. This information about the Acolyte Season 2 got my head fucking spinning. As someone that loved the show, like, truly loved that fucking show, as I did. The idea of, like, Darth Tenebrous sending Plagueis to spy on this kid that's tapping into the dark side and report back to him what the fuck's going on, and Chimera starting to teach Osha the ways of the Sith, and that coming to a head in a confrontation as they meet the real Sith. That's fucking badass, man.
Like, can you imagine if in Season 2 or Season 3, imagine if I know you said Kyle. Imagine if Chimera and Osha on... It's Boldemic, isn't it? That is what the planet is. It has to
That is Boldemic. It has to be, yeah.
Yeah, Boldemic.
In fact, I looked at it through like the maps and stuff in the visual dictionary. There's an unknown planet right where Boldemic should be on the Legends map. It's definitely Boldemic.
It's kind of like Obi-Wan in Attack of the Clones. It's like, according to my calculations, it should be right.
It ought to be here. But it isn't.
Can you imagine if, like, Chimera and Osha were training on Baldemnik and they sort of hear a rumbling, they turn around and it's fucking Plagueis and Tenebris instead. People would have lost their fucking mind.
Well, with Plagueis being on Baldemnik, Tenebris could have joined him there, and then Tenebris could have died on Baldemnik like he does.
Tenebris could be dead. Tenebris could be dead already.
That would be a long time though for Plagueis to go before he can recruit Palpatine.
Yeah, but at the time, it's not when people are, oh, how's Plagueis in the show? Plagueis shouldn't be in the show. Plagueis is over 100 by the time he meets Palpatine.
I do not get that. How should Plagueis not be in the show? If anything, Plagueis should be in the show. Like,
exactly.
It's an absolute must that he is, because it wouldn't make any sense if he fucking wasn't.
People have this habit of applying real-world physics to Star Wars, and it annoys the fuck out of me. Like, any video I see of fucking Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about something that doesn't make sense in Star Wars, I just want to tell him to shut his fucking mouth.
Yeah, that's not what George once said.
This wouldn't happen. I don't give a fuck if it. Oh, TIE fighters wouldn't make a noise in space. Couldn't give a fuck, mate. It sounds awesome.
Yeah,
get fucked.
George once said that there's oxygen in space if he wants it.
There's also no underwear in space unless he wants it.
Yeah, the men have underwear.
George.
Conveniently, Princess Leia did not.
Oh, I love that video of Carrie Fisher ranting about Padme at that event thing.
Yeah, a new wardrobe.
You told me there was no underwear in space.
Did you see the clip where Natalie Portman is talking about the costume that George designed himself?
Yep.
What a guy.
Yeah. I was talking to someone about this recently, and I was just like, he also made it so that when she got scratched by the creature on Geonosis, it made a perfectly formed crop top. Good old consistent George.
Oh, yes.
That's just George.
Do you think that these ideas...
Yeah, dirty old bastard.
Do you think these ideas will ever come to fruition in any way, shape, or form? Comics, novels, maybe just explain in some other media how that all shapes into what it becomes with Plagueis and Palpatine? Because,
I think if it ever does, let's say that a book went into this, which is absolutely a book I'd read. If it went into a book, it would not be called The Acolyte so and so. It would literally just be. It doesn't have to be, but it would be Plagueis and Chimera on the front cover. Chimera's name or something would be in the title. Like, it would be so. Even though it would be a continuation of The Acolyte, because of the way Disney is, they would probably want to detach it so far from the show.
Yeah.
But even then, I just think. I know a few people said, oh, no, it's all right. The Acolyte stuff will continue because they brought those books out after the show. Those books are going to have been written before the show got cancelled.
My God.
They're not just going to not.
Way before. I mean, you could call a book or something or a comic run The Stranger and the Sith, and boom, you've got the Sith name there to market it. That'll sell. And then you can tell the story there. I mean, I love the media of comic books, as you know. I'd love for the story to continue or wrap up in comic book form. I think that would be brilliant. But hopefully,
in an ideal world, we'd be getting season 2. But I think people need to accept that that's not going to happen. The Acolyte as a TV show is done.
I think it's a massive fucking shame, but I do think that you're right. Unfortunately, that was ruined by hordes of fans that pretend that they care as much as fans like we do, unfortunately. When they clearly don't, because if they did, they would know more than they do.
Well, yeah, I had a discussion with someone recently. It was a tweet that I saw about how Disney don't know how lightsabers work, and it was Chimera headbutting the lightsaber, and I was like, no, Disney know how lightsabers work, but you sure as shit don't.
Yes, and you certainly have never heard of cortosis before the Acolyte came out, and that's your problem.
Exactly, it does make sense.
My introduction to cortosis was not the same as most people's. My introduction to cortosis was in the Obi-Wan Xbox game. Yeah, there's cortosis there. There's a a crew of bandits that use like cortosis swords, so you can't like lock blades with them. And in that game, Obi-Wan has a voice actor that is replicating Ewan's accent rather than Obi-Wan's. So Obi-Wan is Scottish in that game. If you've never played it,
sorry.
So it's literally like you're running around and then you fight one of these guys once and your lightsaber stops working, and you just hear Obi-Wan go, "They seem to be using cortosis, man."
Oh my god! One thing, Matt, the negotiation, that's Irish. What the fuck? But
mate, there's a hello there button in that game. There's a button.
Hello there.
Yeah, and he's like, hello there. And then like, if
you
try and open...
there's a load of fucking sea otters over there.
If you press the like use button on a door that is locked or something, he just goes, "I'm not sure."
I need to play this game. I think it's on PlayStation. PS4. It might not be, but I'm gonna have to have a look because now I want to play a Scottish Obi-Wan.
I'm trying to find just like footage of it so I can share the screen.
I'd absolutely love if like Obi-Wan runs into like Yoda in the hall and Yoda's like, "Oh, how's teaching Anakin going?" And everyone's just like, "He's a fucking spiky little twat. He don't fucking listen. What am I supposed to do?"
So, bro, there's an Easter egg at the end of this game.
Oh god.
Right, I'm not even. This will perfectly show you what I've been talking about his accent, and you'll also get the Easter egg for the first time on stream, and it'll be perfect. Let me just.
Oh my god.
So 1 second. Sharing screen. 1 minute.
Yeah, let's see. Sometimes this can be a bit fucked.
Okay, here we are. You ready?
Oh my god.
Can you hear this?
Yeah. Oh, I think I've seen gameplay of this. Yeah, I have.
Outside.
Here we go.
Oh my god!
Choose the Force. Choose a job. Choose the dark side. Choose the Council. Choose a flubbing big lightsaber. Choose protocol droids, follow projectors and R2 units. Choose Watto, Tatooine and Alderaan. Choose fixed interest credit payments to Sebulba. Choose a Corellian freighter that did the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs. Choose a Wookiee. Choose sitting in Jabba's throne room, watching mind-numbing dancers, stuffing green tubers into your mouth. Choose rotting away at the end of it all, disappearing into thin air, nothing more than an embarrassment to the whiny kid you trained on the way to Alderaan. Choose your destiny. Choose the Force. Why would I want to do a thing like that?
Honestly.
Oh, that is one of the greatest Easter eggs I have ever seen. That's
Let me see if I can. Let's see if I can get some in-game dialogue from Obi-Wan.
Somebody has got to show you McGregor that.
To open the door, press the use button.
You gotta play this game, bro.
To get through small spaces,
Make him
thumbstick
talk.
left or
Make him talk.
unfair trigger. Pain of the jet.
Surely there'll be something at the start.
Nothing.
Here we go, yeah.
Everything has been quiet, Master. Nothing unusual to report. Are you sure my
Why
presence
is
here
it-
is necessary?
Are you sure my presence
He would have been told that he wasn't going to talk with a Scottish accent.
Bro.
Obi-Wan in the original trilogy doesn't talk with a Scottish accent.
So weird, isn't it? But you have to play the game. So the lightsaber combat is controlled with the right analog stick.
Oh.
So you pull it right and he swings right. It makes for some dynamic combat, but the game is a bit all over the place, but it's fun.
I think the saber on controller, the saber combat, in that respect, I think it works similar in Jedi Academy, but in Jedi Academy you have to hit the right trigger in order to actually attack people.
Yes, yeah, and it's like.
But I think if you move the joystick around, you can do certain attacks or something.
Yeah, there's also like an acrobat button. You can literally just hold it down and just fucking cartwheel everywhere. It's a ridiculous.
I would
game.
love if we ever got that Darth Maul game, there's a button where you can just butterfly kick around the room non-stop.
Here's the
That'd
thing
be pretty
about that Darth
Because
Maul
that's what he
game.
does in the Lego games.
That Darth Maul game. I don't think that's real, bro. David Collins said recently in an interview that he did with Will of the Force, shout out, that he doesn't remember a Darth Maul game ever being in development.
Oh,
so that straight away made me.
Yeah, but is this also
for all these years?
But also at the same time, wasn't the Darth Maul game unofficially leaked? So maybe maybe legally he's just trying to cover his ass instead of saying, "Yep, this was going to happen. This was the thing." Because for all we know, obviously it's the same reason why Sam Witwer can't talk about the Force Unleashed story in case they ever do. He will never confirm if Starkiller is a clone or the original stuff because they were going to reveal it in the third one. Yeah, and obviously, if he fucking spoils that, they will. The odds of us getting a third game are already in the bin.
Yeah, because I guess technically anything that's unreleased is only unreleased so far, technically. I remember Ashley Eckstein going to talk about a scrapped Clone Wars idea before while Dave was on stage with her, and Dave was like, I wouldn't.
Yeah, and Dave was like, no.
Yeah.
Because you never know, stuff gets repurposed, stuff gets redone.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, it's interesting. As Dave would say, it's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting.
It's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, that's what happens when. Hey, Dave, you do realise that Darth Talon existed after Return of the Jedi, and she was an apprentice to Darth Krayt. Yeah, it's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Just doesn't listen.
That's what he wants anyway.
Yeah, but
at least he has fun
you know, George Lucas. George Lucas was used them, but George isn't here anymore, Dave.
Did you see that clip of that woman
someone
interviewing Dave at Celebration, and she's like, "Oh, it was so good to see like Rot of the Hutt back," and he was like, "Oh, is that who you think that was? That's interesting." Yeah, she was like, "Oh, well." She was like, "Don't we know that that's Rot of the Hutt?" And he was like, "If you think you know, that's interesting."
I would love it if like somebody could make a meme of George trying to like give Disney. It pissed people off, but it'd be funny. George like trying to give notes to whoever, and it's Filoni, and it's the clip from Only Fools and Horses where Dale's like, "Oh, you don't live here anymore. It's not your franchise anymore, George." Every single American who ever watches it is going to go, "What the fuck is that? What the fuck are they talking about?"
Our new big boss, Dave Filoni, isn't he? What's his title?
I'm scared.
Is it chairman? What is it?
He's president of Lucasfilm, isn't he? And then there's a co-president as well.
Crazy, by the way, because he's a creative mind, not a business mind. That's a really strange role to put him into.
I have a funny feeling that the co-president is going to do all the business stuff, and that he will be in charge from a creative standpoint. But I'm scared. I'm so scared for what the future is.
I saw someone say that everything that Dave's done in his career has basically been animation, except for the Ahsoka show, and then like co-producing on Mando and stuff. And he's never done.
Yeah, he directed the first episode. It's so weird to think that. I talk shit about Dave Filoni so much, and yet my favourite episode of The Mandalorian is the first one, which is the one he directed.
Yeah, it's a banger.
It's a weird. I fucking love the intro to them. I miss the vibe of season 1.
Yeah, I get that. It was very condensed, wasn't it, and intimate with that character.
It was, and it was just so. It was different first off. But also, it just had the. I don't want to say gritty. I wouldn't say Mandalorian was gritty, but it kind of was.
Yeah. Although there is an inconsistent subtitle in that first episode. Because the guy at the bar. Yeah, the guy at the bar says, "Chuta Mando," doesn't he? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And then the subtitle just says, "Hey Mando," which means in Empire, when that droid says Chuta to C-3PO, and C-3PO goes, "How rude."
How rude?
He literally just said, "Hey to you, bro."
Do
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So they fucked that up slightly.
Yeah. Stuff like that bothers me, man. Like, that's like actual, like, food for thought. Because I'm like, well, does that just mean hey? And if so,
Yeah,
why is that
it does
rude?
now. C-3PO doesn't like people saying hello to him. He's an antisocial little prick.
I get it.
So do I.
I get
I don't like when people say hello to me either.
Now then, Rev, how rude. Our final topic, we're talking post Rise of Skywalker. This isn't so much about any news that we've heard or anything, but just basically a chance to empty our thoughts on what we want to happen and where we want the overall story of Star Wars to go after Rise of Skywalker. I don't think I've ever spoke to you about this on or off the air, so now's the time.
So we're going to get first.
What do you want from Star Wars post Rise?
I want them to do the opposite of the Old Republic, and instead of going thousands of years into the past, go thousands of years into the future.
Mm-hmm.
Go and do something completely different. Because the thing is that you get to explore. So look at fucking. I won't use KOTOR as an example because it's. I still think artistically KOTOR is very similar to the movies, and SWTOR definitely is.
Yeah.
Tales of the Jedi and Dawn of the Jedi, artistically, they are so much different from what Star Wars is, but they're still Star Wars. But what would it look like thousands of years into the future again instead? How would the society of that galaxy have gone? How would some of the planets have maybe evolved? How would the Jedi even still be around? Would the Sith still be around? Would the Force still be able to be controlled by it? We don't know. I want to see more of that. When people say they want to go to the future in Star Wars, a lot of people typically meant like the sequel era. No, go beyond everything.
Yeah.
Go as far as you fucking can into the future and just see what it's like.
Yeah.
That's what
I'd love to see that as well. I'd love to see it. Also, Dawn of the Jedi mentioned, and I fucking love that. The Dawn of the Jedi. Have you read anything from Dawn of the Jedi yet?
I haven't. However, I know that in the Tales of the Jedi omnibus they released last year, the Dawn of the Jedi comics, for some reason, are in there. So that might have to go. Yeah, I don't know why. It's Dawn of the Jedi, and then I think every issue of Tales of the Jedi, so that's a fucking big book.
Yeah, well, Dawn of the Jedi is great, man. I think that you'd love it as well. There's one novel as well. The novel is set before the comics. Just a heads up on that, if ever you dive into that. But yeah, it's really good. Post Rise, my immediate thoughts go to the Sith, and are we truly done with the Sith after Rise of Skywalker? Is that the end of their legacy, their lineage? Or like Balin said in Ahsoka, and I think that this might be a little bit of insight into where they plan on going post Rise of Skywalker. He said that the cycle repeats again and again. He's obviously looking for the Mortis gods. The embodiment of the dark side is the sun. If he finds the sun, then the darkness, the dark side of the Force will probably continue on beyond Rise of Skywalker. Does that mean the Sith? No, not necessarily. But
no, not really. You never know. But I can't believe I'm going to say this. I do kind of want the Sith to stay dead because it gets to a point where it's like, how much fucking longer can we do this, man? Like, come on. They die, they come back. Like, I get it. I get that poetic in that universe and whatever. Start a new order. See what happens with that.
Well, Jet Lucas once said to Sam Witwer that the Clone Wars is so good because it's made by a guy who's sick of Star Wars. And I think that's food for thought as well. George Lucas at that point was sick of his own creation to a degree, to the point where he was experimenting so much with brand new shit. And if they do that, they can begin another 50 years of innovative storytelling. If you go completely different with something completely original, you open yourself up to tell decades worth of new story. If you go back to Jedi versus Sith, how much more can you add to that story overall that we haven't already seen back in the Old Republic era or pre-Old Republic?
That's the thing. we have already explored, and I know people, oh, it's not canon. Don't give a fuck, mate. I know people. The thing is, so much of the Sith has also been explored already, which is why I always say, for the most part, recanonize the Old Republic and then write new stories in it, as opposed to just making it into... Because all of the Sith lore that was in Legends was pretty fucking solid, and that's what most of the Old Republic is back. Look, the prequels and the High Republic are the Jedi period. The Old Republic is the Sith period, because they're just so... big in number all the time, unless you're the Brotherhood of Darkness, in which case you're shit. Speaking of which, my mate's been reading Path of Destruction for the first time. He loves it. He loves it.
How could you not love that book? It's fucking genius.
I'm so happy because he's been texting me every day, being like, "Dude, this is fucking great. Oh my god, Bane's left the academy. This is fun." And I said to him yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I was like, "Dude, Bane is the most relatable character in Star Wars." I've ever told you this joke before.
What, me?
I think I have. I think I've said this on the podcast before. Bane's the most relatable character in Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah. You have.
Thinking about his girlfriend, gets given a lightsaber, immediately forgets about the girlfriend because he wants to play with the lightsaber. Fuck you, innit? Yeah, we won't talk Path of Destruction though, just in case he's watching this.
Yeah. Hey, Githany sounded hot as well in the book. So
she did.
Tells you a lot. Tells you a lot.
But,
she was a fucking dickhead. But you know.
Oh, she was such a bitch.
Our mate Drew is such a good writer.
oh yeah, we can talk about that as well, can't we?
We can. Yeah,
cool.
The short conversation I had with Drew Karpyshyn fucking blew my mind. I said to you,
it was just cool. It was a cool thing to wake up to.
Yeah. I said to you that I thought that I might have been talking to a PA or something, and then he signed it off Drew, and I just about shit my pants.
I would, yeah. And the thing is, obviously, doesn't necessarily mean that we'll ever have him on, but if that possibility ever does come up, obviously we're going to take it. In the meantime, does anybody know how to email Chris Avalon? Or Sam Witwer, either one.
Yeah. So, well, Sam would be extremely difficult to get on right now.
Yeah,
obviously, he's in high demand and probably struggling to keep his mouth shut about stuff. But he does really well with it. I watch his streams on Twitch, and I've been meaning
to. I have his notifications turned on, and every once in a while I'll get Sam Witwer is playing Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm like, I'll watch him, and then I forget.
Yeah.
He's
a lot of those Baldur's Gate 3 streams are still up, and they're worth a watch. They're fun. It's just like hanging out, man. It's really relaxing.
At least once a year. Have you ever seen the streams he did with David Collins where they played through the Force Unleashed?
Yes.
Those are some. I watch those every year, just to sort of.
Yeah.
It's just chill to listen. It's two buddies, it's two best friends who got to make a Star Wars game where one of them, not only did they both play characters, the main guy's face was on the box.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that. You've been a Star Wars fan all your life, and then you see that your face is on the cover of a Star Wars game.
Wild. And first of its time. That era was the inception of characters in games looking like the actors.
Someone had a right go at me for that last year. So I posted that clip.
Why does that not surprise me at all?
Well, yeah. When are people not having a go at me? Yeah, it was like, it wasn't the first game to do that. Sam, it was a liar. I work in the industry, blah, blah, blah. And he was having a go at the fact that David Collins slipped his fucking thing in the pile of auditions. I was like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, who cares? And also, using actors' faces as the main character wasn't common. It wasn't really a thing back then.
It wasn't. In fact, Sam Witwer was confused because Dave Collins was saying, the character looks like you, and Sam Witwer was like, why the fuck does that matter? Like it's a video game.
Well, yeah, but
and then he had to explain.
I remember seeing a picture of Sam, or maybe it was like an interview for The Force Unleashed 2 when the game came out, and little child me was looking at it going, hang on a minute, he looks like Starkiller. He is Starkiller.
Yeah. I did the same shit, man. It was trippy as fuck. I remember seeing Sam for the first time and thinking, what the fuck? Like, that's weird.
I'll tell you what, though, I've always thought that the box art of The Force Unleashed, that doesn't look like Sam on that cover.
No, it doesn't.
It really doesn't.
Obviously,
maybe it's because it's more hyper. It's because the art is more realistic than he looks in the game, and because I think if you looked at Sam Witwer bald, because he's bald in The Mist, isn't he? Is he bald in The Mist?
Yeah, maybe buzz cut. Yeah.
Fun fact for people who like The Mist: there is a Starkiller reference in that movie. Is there? You know when he's got the knife and he does that thing where he holds the knife backwards? That's his reference to Starkiller.
Oh, does it? I thought you was going to say he does the block pose.
I mean, I guess in a way it kind of looks, but no, he holds his knife backwards at one point, and it was just after he literally went from Force Unleashed to The Mist, so he threw it in as a little reference to himself.
He's such a fucking nerd. I love it.
I know, and it's great.
He's so one of us. That's unbelievable. I got him right here on the desk. He stays here on the desk in the authentic
mine's up there.
block pose.
Mine is he up there? Yeah, he's up there. He's next to the Revan lightsaber.
I think me and you have probably both seen every Sam Witwer clip that's on the internet at least once.
Good luck getting him on the podcast now, because now we just sound like a pair of freaks.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the clip where he goes into the factory that make the Star Wars Legion figures?
No.
Oh, right. So he goes into the factory. He's having a look around. He's like, "Oh, it's amazing," because he's into painting miniatures and stuff like you do.
Yes.
And he's like, "Oh, this is amazing!" Like, and he's looking at him, and he goes, "Do you know this?" He's got like a little like X-wing or something like that, and he's like, "This is like scary similar to like the ones in the Lucas archives and stuff like that. It's really good." And I just wanted to know. And he's talking to the people at work there, and he goes, "I just wanted to know how does it make you feel that I've seen in those archives and you haven't?"
Fucking hell.
I thought that was the funniest shit
I would flex that as well, to be fair.
Like, just the guy trying to process it for a second, like, did he really just fucking say that? And then Sam just laughed.
Yes, he did. But he's just such a good sport about everything as well.
Yeah, he is. He's great. He's one of us. He's just stumbled into this fucking world of being in Star Wars, and he loves it.
I've said this to my friend before, because she met Hayden, and she was very nervous and shaky and stuff like that. And I remember saying to her, I feel like if I ever met Sam Witwer, I'd be walking up and I'd feel fine. And then I'd want to be like, oh, you know, I've loved Force Unleashed as a kid, but I feel like once I got to the table, I'd just be like, so what was working on Force Unleashed like? That's what I'd probably end up asking the most generic question that he's had 1 billion times.
It's a weird feeling when you meet someone like that you fucking look up to so much. When we met Hayden, we was like, obviously you hype it all up in your head, and then his energy is so relaxed because that's just what he does. He meets fans, he does it all day, so he's so relaxed. So their energy sort of brings yours down a little bit, and it's a nice sort of like relaxing moment. And then, do you know that we got to go twice with Hayden? Because
I think you've told me before, but remind me, because I don't fully remember the story.
The wife blinked on the first picture, which thank God, as we was on our way out, they shouted at us back and was like, "We got a blinker, go again." So we'd already said like hello and then bye to him and stuff like that, and we came back up, and Hayden was like looking at us, and he put his hands up like this. He was like, "Didn't we just take a picture?" And I was like, she's a blinker." And he was like, "Oh." And then like we came in, got the other picture, and I got a chance to say something else to him. And then as we walked out, I said to Sophie, I was like, what a lucky thing is, like, you know, something as silly as just blinking in a photo it afforded us that opportunity 2 times over to go and say something else to him. It was great. But yeah, he was so relaxed. Like, I always say, like, since meeting him, it's almost like he's stoned when he does these meet and greets because he's
He
that
might,
relaxed. I just remember his voice being so like. I mean, and Hayden's voice is really relaxed anyway, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
But yeah, he's just really calming, especially because like I saw him walk through the curtain into the booth, and I was like, "Holy shit, he's there!" And everyone around me was like, "Is he wearing a cap?" Like people was turning to us because I had spotted him because I was like beeline, just staring in the gap in this curtain. I was like, "I'm gonna see him walk through." When he does, everyone's chatting, but I'm fucking looking for Hayden. He comes in, and I said, "No, he's not in a cap," which everyone was happy about. And then I said, "He's dressed in black and he's got a coffee." And yeah, there he was, black, no cap. Perfect.
Again,
It's weird. You remember every little detail about those events.
Oh yeah. If I met someone, I think what I'd want to say is definitely like you're the reason that I'm nicer than I was when I first started talking about Star Wars, which might surprise some people given how I talk on the podcast. But just the way he views that world and the way, like when he did the video where he spoke about how he felt about Last Jedi, and I watched that and I was like, because he said that thing of like, there are people I've met who needed to see that version of Luke Skywalker, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. There are people out there who needed that. I didn't want that version. I didn't need that version of Luke Skywalker, but other people did. Yeah.
Absolutely. Certainly people that was, adults and young adults when the original trilogy came out, and then, maybe grew up at a similar age to Luke. And maybe they had moments in their life where they felt like they was failing or falling off and stuff like that, and then to see Luke bring it back at the end there.
And the thing
obviously
is as well,
it's a very controversial topic, but it is
even the way Sam literally just says, "Am I the biggest fan of The Last Jedi?" No, and that's it. That's all in terms of riffing on the film. That's all he really said. He just doesn't like it.
That's what people should say, because at the end of the day, if you don't like something, it just isn't for your taste. You just don't like it. You don't need to.
Critiquing is obviously welcome. There are some things where they need to be like, "Yeah, that's a bit shit."
Yeah.
But the thing, it's like whenever I talk about, obviously I love Drew Karpyshyn, I love Revan. When I talk about the Revan novel, I often say, I love the Revan novel. Am I the biggest fan of what they did with the legacy of KOTOR 2 and Mitra? No.
Yeah.
I really don't like, but everything else in the book I think is great.
Yeah.
So it's one of those now, because unlike a lot of people who hate The Last Jedi, I grew up. Do I still dislike Last Jedi? Yeah, by quite a large margin. But I can look at it now and go, that's a good performance. The music in this is great. The special effects are stunning. The cinematography. It's literally just the story in Last Jedi that I don't like.
Yeah, but because that's the thing that you don't like, that means that it doesn't have to be that big of a deal for you, and that's a good thing, because story direction is subjective. Something like what the Duffer Brothers did with Stranger Things Season 5 is just, they fucked it up.
They fucked it up. And the thing is as well, I'm lucky in the sense that when it comes to some of the things of The Last Jedi and the way it views the Jedi Order and the Force, I can look at that and go, it's okay. I've got, the people that love The Last Jedi, I've got my Last Jedi. KOTOR 2 is my Last Jedi. Because there's a lot of similar stuff there. I just think KOTOR, I've said it on the podcast before, the reason I think KOTOR 2 works and Last Jedi doesn't is just because KOTOR 2 was based in a different era with different characters. I like the ideas with Luke in Last Jedi. I just don't like the fucking fact that it's Luke that it's applied to.
Yeah. See, I really do.
Tangents.
I obviously, that we differ in opinion there, and that's the beauty of it. Dark Warrior says, if you don't like it, then you don't. Don't bring hate to people who have a love for it.
Exactly. Like, case in point, you love Book of Boba Fett. And obviously, I fucking hate that shit. But I've never turned around to you and called you a fucking idiot because you like Book of Boba Fett.
Now, don't get me wrong, and we're going to do a whole stream.
I've been tempted a couple times, but I've never done it.
Don't get me wrong, right? We're saving the Book of Boba Fett stream because we know it's going to be a heated discussion. It's going to be a fun one because we completely on separate sides of the coin with the Book of Boba Fett. But don't get me wrong. There is parts of the Book of Boba Fett that I think is fucking stupid, and I'm glad that they're beginning, by the looks of it, to move away from making things the way that they did in the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
For instance, the Vesper chase, ridiculous. I fucking hate it. My enjoyment of the show is affected slightly by that scene, because I do think it is possibly one of the worst scenes in Star Wars.
The Vesper chase, and for me, there's 3 points of Book of Boba which I think are the lowest points. There's 3. One, like a bantha. I don't care what anyone says, that's bad. That fight scene in the first episode where Boba, greatest bounty hunter in the galaxy, shoots a rocket at a shield at point blank range. Well done. And the other one is when he's in the kitchen in Jabba's palace and he grabs the drawer. He's like, "Do you know I am Boba Fett?" It's like, what are you doing, man? It's a fucking kitchen drawer. He's not going to give a fuck who you are. It's comical, and it just makes him look like a mortal. Boba Fett does not need his gear to be a badass. He's already... It's like Batman. Batman does not need his utility belt. It just helps.
Here's the thing, though. He's taken so seriously in Empire. And he's handled great in Empire.
Cool.
But in Return of the Jedi, there is an element to him that isn't taken as seriously. To me, Return of the Jedi Boba Fett makes a little bit more sense after the character development that the Book of Boba Fett does to the character. Does that make any sense at all?
But the problem with that is that with the way he's in Return of the Jedi, we can sort of look back on that and go, George has since, I guess, apologised and said, look, I didn't know how much this character was loved. I had no idea. And if I knew that, I wouldn't have made him go out like a bitch like the way he did. And since Return of the Jedi, we got him in The Mandalorian where he was a badass again. But then in Book of Boba, we went straight back to him being a div.
But
it makes it inconsistent.
But he's a badass so much in the Book of Boba Fett as well. Yeah, he is, man. He deals with a biker gang in cold blood. He walks into Toshi Station, wipes people out with his bare hand, with a gaffy stick, with no blaster or anything, no armor. He busts out the fucking Sarlacc with his flamethrower. That's badass.
The escape scene was pretty cool.
He slays a monster and is accepted into a Tusken tribe, and we know how brutal Tuskens can be. To
be fair, I'm one of the few. A lot of people, even like big detractors of Book of Boba, say, "Oh yeah, the show was bad, but the Tusken stuff was good." I disagree. I didn't like the Tusken stuff. I like seeing the Tusken Raiders. I like seeing them be more than just brutal savages. But it's like the Mandalorian episodes with Luke and Ahsoka. Why is it in a Boba Fett show? And also, we've never had an answer for this. Why the fuck is it called the Book of Boba Fett?
Yeah, I think they was going for a different vibe, and then when they started making it, that changed up. That's my belief.
Maybe I really thought, because I remember when Mando said, we need to save this for the Boba Fett episode. We really do, because we're getting into it wide. Save it for the Book of Boba, because we're getting too much into it. And then by the time that episode comes out, we're just going to repeat what we've said.
Do you know, one last thing on Boba then? My favourite Boba Fett moment of all time is in Empire Strikes Back, when Luke goes around the corner and then he realizes that he's there, and he quickly scurries back, and Boba just goes boom, and he's got him. That little turn of the head is like, right, I've seen you cunt. And then when Luke pops his head out again, Boba's waiting. I bet
that's what he was thinking. That's canon. That's what he was thinking for. I've seen you cunt. Look, I kind of, in fact, I'm going to send this to you later. I'm going to take that scene, and when he turns his head, I'm just going to add that sound, so I'm going, gotcha, bitch. And just bang. For me, I think my favourite Boba moment in those films. What is it? I do like the head turn. That's badass.
Yeah, man, it's so subtle, and Boba is subtlety incarnate in that film, at least.
In that one, yeah, there's so much that I can say about, because I know a lot of Boba Fett's a shit character in the OT. But I was like, no, he's not. You are a fool.
He's just subtle. That's what it is.
It's all in the art. Like, a lot of people, he's just a guy with a cool armor. Yeah, he is, and I'll get into why that armor is so fucking cool in the inevitable. The thing is, the only way a Book of Boba Fett episode can happen is if I rewatch the show, which isn't going to happen for a long time.
Oh, bro, yeah, it is. We got to get on that. We got to get on you rewatching the show.
I don't want to.
But you're a less cynical man than you were, bro. Maybe this is.
It doesn't. Right, but this is the thing.
Maybe it's
I've only ever seen The Last Jedi once, and that was when it came out. I've gotten far less cynical about that. I've also only ever seen Book of Boba Fett once, and I've never gotten less cynical about that.
Another thing that he does in the Book of Boba Fett, he rides the fucking Rancor.
I hate that as well.
He takes up on his jetpack and starts blasting. He sits down with all those crime lords and tells them what's what. That's fucking badass, bro.
We need to save it for the episode.
You got to rewatch the show then first.
We should do like a series on here where it's us actually debating, because we do it so little in actual episodes.
Well, yeah, because we usually
agree
on common ground. Yeah, but there is those little things that's like, and the Book of Boba Fett is the biggest one so far, because I love the show. One. And in fact, when I finished episode 2 specifically, and they was doing the tribal dance around the campfire, I remember just thinking, this is fucking magic. Like, and I was shocked. And I was shocked when people didn't like it.
So I had the reaction when I started watching it and I went, this is magically shit.
No way, bro.
Yes, why? It's bad.
No way.
We absolutely, for the 50th, we should get drunk and do a commentary on the Book of Boba Fett. Where's my spotchka, bitch?
Yeah, man.
Oh, God.
Rewatch the show. When you do, we'll move into it. Tell me when you do as well, and I'll rewatch it too, and then we'll go in fresh-minded. And we'll
the thing is, when I'm not at work, I try and make myself less depressed, not more depressed.
That is just like, way too harsh on the show, bro. Way too fucking harsh.
Is it, Lord?
Dark Warrior says the Book of Boba Fett podcast is going to be amazing. Yeah, we
oh my god, I can't wait. I'm going to have to, like 10 minutes before we go live, I'm going to have like multiple shots of rum and just get myself amped as fuck.
I'll just wear my Boba Fett helmet for the entire stream.
Exactly. Oh, I've got one as well, don't you worry. But, oh my god, that's what I should do for that episode. I should just wear the helmet instead.
We both just wear the helmet.
But the thing is, this is our differences. So before the debate, Steele's going to go to the gym and have a workout and quite literally get pumped. And then my routine for getting amped up for stream for a debate is to drink half a bottle of rum and feel it course its way through my veins.
This might be our best stream when we do it. It's going to be.
Oh, it's going to be. So we're going to have to give like an audio warning at the start.
Yeah, it's going to be good, man. As for today's episode, bro, that is the 3 topics covered. I think I've said all that I have to say. Anything else you want to leave us on? And don't say the Book of Boba Fett shit. You've said it enough times, bro. No more slander on the Book of Boba.
Oh, there will be more slander on the Book of... There will always be slander on the Book of Boba.
Until the Book of Boba Fett Season 2. Am I right, Dark Warrior?
No, that's not happening. I think Book of Boba and the Acolyte are both done, I think.
Take care, Dark Warrior.
But yeah, I don't think I've got anything. Shadowhunter looks great. That's currently... the only way I can be more excited for another project this year is if they announce that Jedi 3 comes this year, but it won't be. Let's be honest. It's probably coming next year.
Yeah. I don't know when we're going to be doing episode 8. Hopefully next week. Me and Rev are trying to get these episodes going more frequently. Weekly if possible, but like we said at the start of the stream, busy lives, man. Busy lives.
Well, next week I have, well, technically this week as well, I've got Sunday, Monday and Tuesday off.
Yeah.
So I've got quite a nice chill week for a bit of next week.
Monday will probably be a good shout, so expect us on Monday around a similar time.
Indeed.
where we'll no doubt come up with 3 more topics an hour before we go live.
Well, it's usually an hour before. Like, typically the way it works is we decide on topics the day before, and then I do the thumbnail in the morning.
Yeah.
Whereas today, I literally woke up, saw your text, made the thumbnail, and sent it to. Like, I made the thumbnail before I was even properly awake.
We kind of have like an unwritten system of how this podcast is put together. And like I have my responsibilities and Rev has his. And
yeah, well, you say that, but the way it goes is I have my responsibilities, which is the thumbnail, and you have your responsibilities, which is literally everything else. that really is the.
I was trying to make us both sound good and prepared.
Fuck it. People know that I'm a lazy fucker. It's fine.
And I'm the one with 2 kids.
Exactly. He's the one with 2 kids and a wife and things like that. I just sit around and get pissed.
But good thumbnails, bro.
Yeah, they're alright. They're fine. They do their job. They do their job. There is a maximum amount of 1% effort put into them. There you go.
They're good enough for me, bro. Right. Hopefully we'll see you next week. If not, it won't be too long after that we eventually get around to episode 8. But yeah, take care, everybody. May the force be with you all.
Bye, people.